We will only be able to see in the next few days whether what we're witnessing right now is a true case of momentum, of political will that could lead to a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. But there are meetings being held, there are discussions being had, and there are some positive signs. The latest coming from US President Joe Biden talking about a potential ceasefire and saying we're pushing it, but there's no expectation at this point. His spokesperson John Kirby earlier saying that these were very serious discussions and negotiations. Now, some of these are happening in person. The Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh is in Cairo in Egypt right now. Now, that is an important place for him to go because Egypt precisely, along with the likes of Qatar and the United States, were key mediators between Israel and Hamas, which led to a short-lived ceasefire at the end of last month, but that was very important in the exchange of prisoners on one side and hostages on the other. The hope is here again that whatever ceasefire can be found would lead to some of the 129 hostages that the Israeli government says are still being held by Hamas in the Gaza Strip being exchanged for Palestinian prisoners being held by Israel right now. Hamas, though, has said all along that it is not willing to see another deal like that one come to fruition as long as Israel doesn't end its war against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. And that is something that the Israeli military certainly is not doing right now. No signs of any change of tactics by the Israeli defense forces because deadly airstrikes continue in the Jabalia refugee camp in the north, on Khan Yunis, the second largest city in the Gaza Strip in the south, but also in Rafah, the border city with Egypt. And that was precisely a place that the Israeli military beforehand had said would be a safe place for Palestinian civilians to go. There were fighting words also in the last few hours from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
We will continue the war until the end. It will continue until Hamas is eliminated, until victory. Those who think we will stop are not connected to reality. We will not stop fighting until we achieve all of the goals we have set: the elimination of Hamas, the release of our hostages, and the removal of the threat from Gaza.